not as easy as it looks.
Do you suppose I could borrow it for a couple of days? Just to practice.
From whom? If it's not yours, whose is it? Whose is it? Whose is it?
Jello Beats, holla at me.
I am white though. 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 Melanin means white. I am white though. I am white though. Melanin means white. I am white though.
Only an original descendant can make these type of claims, and that's me. Nobody's disputed it, refuted it, counterclaimed it, rebutted it. We're doing primarily commerce, and nobody's saying it in his maritime admiralty UCC, and everyone's staying silent, and then everyone's in full agreement. Now, this is what? 10 years ago. This was 2008. My first official act of the Universal Postmaster General of Ackland. My first official act is the voiding of all papal bulls of the Vatican. So the apology that Pope Benedict did to the indigenous peoples of the Americas when he came over and addressed the U.S. Congress, saying, I encourage the downtrodden to change the world economic order, and I encourage the U.S. Congress to assist the downtrodden. Those are what would be called papal mandates and not subject to debate. So the Vatican has given me full disclosure, they've given me full permission, they've given me full ability and authority to do what I'm doing. And all the indigenous people that I help, they also get that. And then they get that assistance from me as Plenipotentiary Island. Doesn't matter who likes it or not.
Planetary Notice of Active Claim. Elizabeth II has abdicated her throne by not wearing the crown. Chief Nanya Shaabu Eil registered copyright trademark, has claimed the British throne and is Autochthon Chief Plenipotentiary Magister-in-Right of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth and Earth. https://app.sos.ky.gov/ftucc/left_s left_25k2 2010. https://appsos.kentucky.gov//2010-2469373 https://appsos.kentucky.gov//2010-2469373 Statement of Claim. https://appsos.kentucky.gov//2010-2469373 Statement of Claim / Lien Amendment. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=New Jersey HXGBDPX2U- Planetary Notice of Active Claim. Elizabeth II has abdicated her throne by not wearing the crown. Chief Nanya Shaabu Eil registered copyright trademark, has claimed the British throne and is Autochthon Chief Plenipotentiary Magister-in-Right of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth and Earth. White. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa.
What Professor Chang discovered was perhaps one of the most important genetic mutations ever found.
How humans became lighter skinned. Not only did light-skinned people evolve from black-skinned people, but lighter-skinned people, whether they're European or whether they're Asian, like me, were actually mutants of the dark-skinned people.
This was remarkable because we had only inferred on the basis of circumstantial evidence that this must have occurred in evolution, but we didn't have any concrete genetic evidence. Now we do.
Genetic DNA.
Jin took DNA from over 160 ethnic groups around East Asia. Over 12,000 samples. And so, what did you find?
We did not see any, even one single individual that could be considered as the descendant of the Homo erectus in China. Rather, everybody was a descendant of our ancestors from Africa.
The result couldn't have been any clearer. The result couldn't have been any clearer. How did that make you feel as a Chinese person?
After I saw the evidences that we generate in my laboratory, I think we should all be happy with that, because after all, modern humans from different part of the world are not so different from each other, and we are very close relatives.
So now, continuing on, this is the most important picture here. Now you see why the White House has a problem, because this is called the Nilotic Negro, showing original types of big heads found in Europe. By kind permission of Messrs. Hutchinson and Company, the publishers of the Ugandan Protectorate, From the Origin and Evolution of Primitive Man by Albert Churchward in 1912. So the Nilotic Negro, that's why all the people in Europe are mad at the Africans, because the Africans know that was an area that they could migrate to, because that's in their history. So these are original, found in Europe. That means this is the image. When they say European, this is what it is. So
this is what people look like in Western Europe and Britain 10,000 years ago, not what we would have expected. I'm Chris Stringer. I'm a research leader in human origins at the Natural History Museum in London. And I'm holding here this wonderful reconstructed head of Cheddar Man. And I've been studying the skeleton of Cheddar Man for some 40 years or so. And now with DNA technology, we've got the whole genome of Cheddar Man. And here we've got a scientific reconstruction of what he looked like. We've got his hair form, his skin, his blue eyes, and that dark skin colour, that combination really striking. And getting out of here information about his biology, the fact that, for example, he couldn't digest milk because that came in with the advent of farming after the time of Cheddar Man. So we're getting his whole biology, how he relates to people in Europe at the time, and how he relates to people in Britain now.
The first modern Britons, who lived about 10,000 years ago, had dark to black skin. A groundbreaking DNA analysis of Britain's oldest complete skeleton has revealed. The fossil, known as Cheddar Man, was unearthed more than a century ago in Goff's Cave in Somerset. Intense speculation has built up around Cheddar Man's origins and appearance because he lived shortly after the first settlers crossed from continental Europe to Britain at the end of the last ice age. People of white British ancestry alive today are descendants of this population. White. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa.
The second principle put down by Chief Justice Taney in the Dred Scott decision was that blacks cannot be citizens of the United States. In a sense, Dred Scott can't even sue because he's not an American. This is one of the best examples of this notion of blacks as aliens. Even though he's born here and everything, he is not an American. The American family, as Taney says, is for white people. And in the most famous sentence in that decision, he says, "A black man has no rights which a white man is bound to respect."
Lepers alive today that self-identify as white are descendants of dark to black-skinned people. Yet lepers self-identify as white, and call people with dark skin black, knowing lepers themselves are mutations of the original darker hue white original sun people.
We still on the rise, we'll never make it to the top. White always gon' elevate, and never will I stop. No limits to what we do, and there'll never be a drop. Cause white be the principles that make the spectrum pop.